Occupy Wall Street.
Occupy Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Obviously, I've heard of it. I've seen it on television.
It started small 2.5 weeks ago. A few dozen protesters camped out near Wall Street, demonstrating against what they call corporate greed. But it's been growing ever since, with folks from all over the country joining in. And today, the crowds swelled dramatically as labor unions and college students added their voices.
Schiff, and I've come down here to Occupy Wall Street to represent the 1% and see if I can have a dialogue with the other 99%, maybe see if we can find some common ground, and maybe I can help educate the people to direct their protests to the more appropriate source, because it's my opinion that they shouldn't be here occupying Wall Street. They should be in Washington occupying Pennsylvania Avenue. They should be protesting in front of the White House, in front of the Federal Reserve, in front of Congress, in front of the Supreme Court, not down here protesting capitalism. Capitalism is the only solution that they have to their problems. It's not capitalism that has failed them. It's socialism, it's corporatism, it's crony capitalism, it's fascism. That is the problem. Capitalism is the solution if we can only fully embrace it. Anyway, we got a few people around here, and I'm wondering who in particular would like to address any of their grievances and maybe tell me what they're hoping to get from Occupy Wall Street, and maybe we can maybe come to some solutions or put them on a better path.
There's no reason anybody should go hungry, you know? There's no reason anybody should not have a place to stay at night, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have enough money, we have enough technology to make our home into a paradise.
I'm here because I can no longer sit and watch 1% of the population control the majority of the population's wealth.
I'm here because I'm a student and I have to drop out of college next semester because my dad just lost his job 2 months ago after being in the same company for 26 years. And he can't afford to put me in college anymore.
I was laid off Thanksgiving week. I was in the working industry for over 30 years.
I'm here to help rebuild the society in a way that serves the people and serves the dreams that I've had for this country my whole life.
It's a money grab right now. They're taking all the money from the underserved and from the people who need it the most. And there's, you know, the Dow Jones is 5. You know, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. And the solution is to get the country out of the hands of the corporations.
So
There's no reason.
My name is Derek Brown, and I'm speaking from another perspective. We're meshing. It's people apparently from all states, nations, genders,
where are you from,
colors, and creeds. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
Okay. I have this thing that, imagine, compassionate capitalism. Is there such a thing? Could there be such a thing?
Well, it's the most compassionate system I know, by definition.
Your definition being coming from the 1%. Now, I have no problem with you having money. The problem is there's those who are destitute and discontent with their lot in life.
Right, but what is the solution? How if you don't have money now, how are you going to get it? And how do people that have money, you know, in a capitalist society where, you know, people are free to spend their money where they want. Let me finish 1 second. The way a capitalist gets rich is to figure out what the consumers want and give it to them, and do it at a less expensive price, at a better quality. So the way a capitalist gets rich is by enriching everybody else. Well, don't you want things for yourself? You don't want more? You don't want better things for yourself?
We all do, and that's the problem. Some of us are simple people. We just want a place to live. We just want some food in our refrigerator.
And capitalism capitalism is the best way to get those things. I mean, you're standing here. You're not naked. You have clothes on. The people that made those clothes did it to make a profit. And to make a profit, they had to make clothes that you can afford. Capitalism is why we have food.
It's why I didn't get these clothes for free.
But somebody made them. Somebody had to produce them.
Listen, my friend, you need to open your mind.
It is
open. Understand that all these people are not in this park because of your perspective.
So you're saying capitalism is the only way to produce things.
Right. Well,
Do you think that socialism is wrong?
It is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. But first, I employ 150 people. I employ 150 people, right? I've created those jobs. How many jobs did you create? How many people do you employ?
How much money have I given you?
But you haven't given me anything. But my point is, I've created 150 jobs. I'm writing paychecks every week.
I haven't given you anything.
What do you?
Everybody in this park has contributed to your fat ass bank account.
How do you figure?
In one way, shape, form, or fashion.
How do you figure that?
You know something? You need to open up your mind.
Were the people in this park? Were the people in this park working 20-hour days, or when I started my company in my one-bedroom apartment? Were they there? No, they weren't.
I'm quite sure they have been.
Who?
I'm quite
Because
sure
all these
that
people are young
there's
jobless.
other people that you need
Yeah,
to
but how?
speak to.
But how are you going to get jobs unless you have capitalists that are going to employ you?
You need to open up the avenue of your mind to understand other perspectives.
And just so you know, how much of my total income right now do you think the government takes every year from me? How much do you think?
Listen,
but just guess.
I'm oblivious.
But give me a guess.
But there's other people that need to.
Does anybody here want to guess what percentage of my income the government takes from me right now?
Why we're here?
Huh? That's pretty close.
We don't play a guessing game. We have
No.
data.
Yeah.
Give us your data.
No, but the government takes
How much do you
40.
make?
Doesn't matter what I make. The government takes half of it.
We
At
wanna know.
every dollar I earn, I get to spend 45 cents. The government spends 55 cents. So the government's already taken more than half my money. I don't know how much more.
So where do you
but
stand concerning
I don't lobby anybody.
Where do you stand concerning our plight?
I feel for your plight. I wish that we had a more vibrant economy. The problem is the government is taxing and regulating the economy to death. The government is not letting capitalism work. You guys are protesting all the bailouts on Wall Street. I was with you. I was against the bailouts even before they were proposed. I knew these banks were going to fail. I wanted them to fail. I didn't want the government to bail them out. That's not capitalism. Capitalism would have let the banks fail. A lot of people on Wall Street would have lost their jobs if we had capitalism. Instead,
the United States if that happened?
it would have been in better shape. We would have taken the medicine.
I'm here in solidarity.
I'm here in solidarity.
All the people.
To all the people.
Who are protesting the money grab.
Who are protesting the money grab.
And the fierce warfare, class warfare that's been waged on the poor and the underserved. I believe that if we stay strong. The seed that we're planting today. Will grow into a movement. That will get the carpet green. Off our ass.